She had always wanted to go with me. She said she wanted to see this weekly poetry event called Groove Speak that held my attention all week. She wanted to know how can I be so free to be intimate with someone that I only seen but once a week. And I said, sweetheart, all I know is when she first spoke to me, she made me feel like I could grow trees and similes with just my thoughts. But it was the attention of my third eye that she played and caught. And I never previously believed that love at first sight till I put my crosshairs on her words and I blinked. And every time I saw her, she made me think that there was nothing created that was greater than she, because she always had the right words to say, but better than that, she always knew when to say them. She had my favorite songs stored on the lips, and she always knew the right time to play them. And when my problems got too big and they became my Goliath, she would always step in on time and become my David. Let's face it, she had me, and I was happy. She made me feel like love was new again, I declare. She was my artwork, and for her, I would love to create frames of her works to live in. She was my offering plate, y'all, and for her, I wouldn't hold back my giving. She made life worth the living. I couldn't even bring myself to look at other women, because every time I did, I got this sick feeling in my stomach that I was sinning. I even took all the hands off my clocks and my watches, because I wanted my time spent for her to be endless. I even took all the hands on my clocks and my watches because I wanted my time spent for her to be endless. I tried to explain to my girlfriend that I was in love with another woman, but it was something about my explanation that she just wasn't getting. I mean, she just wouldn't listen, so I finally let her come with me. As we approached the venue, my heart begins to beat fast and my lungs got heavy. Emotions began to flood my being like a couple of broken down levees. All I could do was stop and breathe. Now my girlfriend looked over at me and she wanted to know what was wrong with me, and I couldn't even speak. All I could do was stop and breathe. But as I turned the doorknob, suddenly a feeling came over me, and it felt good. And I don't know, it could have been the jazz band playing on the incense blazing or whatever it was amazing because it made me feel good. You know, good like the feeling you get when the water from around the beach runs through your toes. It takes away every step that you ever stepped in the wrong direction and it floats. The minute you're surrendered, they call the ocean. When the cool wind blows and you get lost in the breeze good. So we took our seats and we waited and anticipated to her next to the stage is PM. Once on stage, I closed my eyes and I began to speak. I was making love to her with just my concentration. I was getting excited with my words that penetrated our verbal conversation. It was like we took a journey through the moon and through the stars and back in the time. I opened my eyes, left the stage, sat next to my girlfriend, but to my surprise, when we locked eyes, she said, would you now introduce me to this lady that you've been seeing? I said, sweetheart, it's someone that you've already seen. She said, I'm about to leave and no, you can't go with me. I said, sweetheart, before you leave, let me introduce you to this lady that I've been seeing. Her name is Miss Poetry. So forgive me if I cheat. That book is called Three-Way Love Affair, guys.